And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the show that can not only celebrate the last day of fall, but the supreme victory of the rebel forces on the planet of Yavin 4, only known as Music Village. And along with that good news, Maestro has also informed me that they're moving on to the next planet, which is Hoth, which apparently they gotten the support of the Wampas to help them out in the battle. Which, from personal experience, let me tell you, Wampas really do pack a punch, and they did also inform me the bad news is that a Sith Lord is going to be there to help out the Empire when they make their way on over. Ugh. But you can't beat a Wampa. No matter how strong of a Sith Lord or how strong the dark side is, trust me from personal experience, you can't beat a Wampa. But besides fighting space yetis and space folks, I'm looking at my watch right now. Oh, it's just about that time. It's the witching hour, which means it's time for us to be brought up to speed on news stories that happened from this week from, you guessed it, all around the galaxy. And for some strange reason, I remind myself of Macho Man Randy Savage while saying it, so we might as well do that again. From all around the galaxy. Oh yeah. And with that little bit of Macho Man silliness during a Star Wars tribute show, folks, in our first news story. For you fans out there who always wanted to see a metal concert performed at a local Denny's, well, this past week you had a chance. Because apparently in the town of Santa Ana, California, they were able to have a hardcore show at a local Denny's. Apparently, the band Wacko was able to perform a 20-minute set at the said restaurant, which resulted in a pure frenzy and even led to well over $1,000 in damages thanks to a mosh pit way too close to a low-hanging light. Now, the question is, during all this said performances, who was the one who okayed the fact to have a metal show at a Denny's? Could you imagine being one of those 75-year-old or 60-year-old people heading into a Denny's after a long trip on the road and decided to take a break at this Santa Ana makeshift Denny's and all of a sudden go in there and hear somebody at the top of their lungs, and I'll get away from the microphone for this one, going, yeah, no. They'll probably have a heart attack with that. And I got a feeling it led to some pretty bad situations for people who actually wanted to go there and eat. But on the upside of all of this, folks, the 17-year promoter would try to make up for it by actually having a GoFundMe page with a t-shirt with all the bands that did perform at this local Denny's, which was more than one, folks, because the bands that did perform there were 3N, Never Dead Bodies, or Ever Dead Bodies, Cynical, and Benoit. And all of those out there who wants to support their goal of trying to make their way out of trouble from making damages at this local Denny's, you can head on over to the GoFundMe page, only known as Denny's Show Damages Fund. And for those who are wondering out there, they have currently raised $1,500 of their $600 goal, but it never hurts to donate a little bit more to help out to the cause. So head on over there to help them get out of trouble from having a metal concert at a Denny's, which still doesn't make any sense to me. And before we move on, folks, and to make this even a little bit more priceless than it already was, if you guys out there want to check out the show that Wacko was able to perform at this local Denny's, you can make your way on over to the YouTube page, only known as HC Productions 101, to check it out for yourself. And in other news, and in news straight from Johnny Knoxville's Jackass, I have some good news for you fans of the show out there, cause it's been announced that as of March 5th of 2021, the boys are back in town once again. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the remaining members of the said classic MTV show, not only Bam Margera, Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Dave England, Aaron McGinley, and even Wee Man along with Preston Lacey will all be a part of the series of Jackass 4 when it hits theaters on the date we just listed. And I, for one, who was a big fan of the show back in the day, always wondered if they were going to do a tribute show to Ryan Dunn, and a YouTuber or a person on YouTube would come up with a cool idea saying the title for the next film should be We Aren't Done Yet, or We Are Far From Done, dedicated to Ryan Dunn. And if they go with that title, they should really give that kid credit. I keep on forgetting what his name is, but we will put it in the credits, folks. And yeah, I got a feeling some of the stunts they're gonna do for their most likely last ride on the silver screen is gonna be absolutely outrageous. And for any of you fans out there who wants any further news of what's going to happen on this next film, you can head on over to the website only known as consequencesofsound.net to check it out for yourself. And while you're over there, they also have a top 10 list of their most craziest stunts to whet your appetite for the next film that will be coming out the year after this next upcoming year. Yeah. And in other news, and more music news for you fans out there, for those fans of Radiohead out there who always wanted to listen to a couple of unreleased albums, or even a couple of their classic sounds and don't have any way to listen to them because of MP3 releases or what have you, now the chance is here because it's been announced by Radiohead as of this week that you can listen to their entire collection of songs on their YouTube account as we speak. And I, for one, who never truly got a chance to listen to every single one of their albums, is definitely going to head on over there after the show's over to catch up with all of the cool music they've released over the past couple of years. And for those fans out there who wants to get a chance to listen to every single one of the albums and songs that they've produced, you can head on over to their YouTube page, only known as Radiohead, to check it out for yourself. And with that last regular news story out of the way for this week, folks, you guys out there know what time it is. It's time for us to go into yet another edition of, straight from the Dagobah system too, folks, of Video Game News. 2, 1, go. And in our first video game news story, for you Telltale fans out there looking forward to the Wolves Among Us 2, well, as of the Video Game Awards, or the Game Awards that I keep getting wrong with the title every single year, it looks like your dreams are gonna become a reality because it's been announced as of this past week that this game will be making its way to stores in the near future. Now, the release date of these said games will not be announced just yet, but they did say for Telltale that it will be released in an episodic series in the near future. And the only thing we got to whet our appetites with for those fans who were huge fans of The Wolf Among Us 1 is an actual miniature trailer featuring the lead detective with a little bit of narrative work by Alice, I do believe. And the only reason I'm making a shot in the dark guess of that, folks, is because I never truly played the first one, but with the announcement of the second one, I may decide to try to play the first one to see what sort of decisions I can make to keep all the princesses alive. Hopefully. Because every single decision I made thus far in the Telltale game led to bad things. And if you want a prime example, I guess The Walking Dead is one of them. But besides my past experience in those games, folks, if you guys want to watch the Game Award trailer for The Wolf Among Us 2, you can go ahead and check it out on the Game Informer page, only known as GameInformer.com, to check it out for yourselves. And in other video game news, and more or less gory holiday news, for you fans out there who always wanted a holiday event for Mortal Kombat, I have some good news for you, because it's been announced as of this week, starting December 22nd, you can start playing a very special holiday-themed edition of Mortal Kombat that'll come with some new towers that'll be entitled as follows. Not only Killer Canes, Sledding Tatarkans, Parachuting Ginger Dead Men, Exploding Snowmen, Christmas Trees, and even menorahs, dreidels, and shooting stars. So they're gonna have every single major holiday covered that will be going on as of next week. Nice! And for those who are wondering out there, this said tower event will only last from the 22nd all the way until the 27th. And the next event they'll have will be one ringing in the new year from December 28th all the way to the 2nd. So for those out there who wants to try their hand at a little bit of season beatings, then give these towers a chance starting as of this Saturday, nay strike that Sunday, for this week to truly start off your holiday week like no other. And in other Mortal Kombat news, for you fans of the Joker, it has now been announced that they've now come out with not only an updated look, but a release date for the lovable character from Gotham as of January 28th of next year. Now, unfortunately, they have not announced a release or a fatality for this said character, but instead would reveal the new look alongside with Cassie Cage dressed up as Harley Quinn. And a lot of people got confused thinking that Harley Quinn was going to be in the game, but I knew better. And I got a feeling the fatality they're going to have for the Joker is going to be something so violent that a lot of people are going to complain about it, or it's going to be probably one of my favorite fatalities that the Joker had in MK9 when he transformed into a clown, or should I say Shang Tsung transformed into a clown and did the fatality known as Bang Bang, where he took out a fake revolver that had bang and pulled out a real one and blew somebody's brains out. But I hope he has it, highly doubt it, but either way, it should be something that is going to be absolutely funny to the Joker, but disturbing to everybody at home. And for anybody who wants to check out the miniature trailer that did take place at the Game Awards as well, you can head on over to the YouTube page of one man only known as MK Fire and Ice to check it out for yourself. And with that last news story out of the way, folks, for this week, you have all officially been brought up to speed. And I guess with that said, we might as well head back into the music one more time. And when we return, we'll be back with the final segment for the special Star Wars edition of Music Village right after this. So don't lose sight of your metachlorian counts just yet, folks, and stay tuned.